more.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Bench with the Tovar Brothers.
Hey!
Episode number 60, Friday.
60 Friday, first day of December.
December
Vibes
1st.
Are high.
You know who that was singing?
I know. I don't want to. I know who it was. I don't want to.
Why? Why do you have a roll your eyes attitude right now? You have a bad energy right now.
It was an Eagle, right?
It was Jordan Davis.
I thought that was Travis Kelce for a second.
Travis Kelce.
I thought I saw him.
Travis Kelce could sing like that?
I saw him a clip of him singing.
He could sing?
He sang on that album.
Oh, you thought it was a Travis Kelce
I thought it was
clip.
him singing.
You think I'm that basic?
I don't know.
That was Jordan Davis, son. 340-pound defensive tackle. Let me see you tackle sing. That was he has the voice of an angel.
Good for him. Multi-talented.
I'm playing that, though, because it is December 1st. We are in it's the holiday season.
It's cold outside.
God, I'm feeling good. It is really cold outside. I'm wearing this beanie is not a fashion statement.
I'm wearing a hoodie.
Yeah. It's
for the whole month.
It's cold in here.
Yeah.
But episode number 60. Hope you had a good week. Happy Friday to everyone. Hope you made it through the week strong with your integrity intact.
Yep.
And
it's a hard week, too. The week after Thanksgiving where you had 4 days off.
That's a great point.
You made it. It is Friday. Just a couple more hours, and you have the whole weekend to catch up on your sleep.
Yeah, and you're safe now.
You're safe.
You're safe now.
Yeah.
You can relax here. Welcome to Bench. If it's your first time joining us,
hey,
welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us today. Go ahead and subscribe real quick to the channel, like the video, and thanks for hanging out with us. We talk football 3 times a week, no matter what, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're a regular viewer, thanks, and welcome back.
What's up, guys?
Week number 13 got underway.
Unbelievable.
Thursday night football. We'll talk about that in a second. Also on this episode, we're going to get to the news. There's a lot of news. Honestly, I had a hard time deciding what I'm going to leave out, so I just put everything in, and I'll decide that live.
Okay. So you're just gonna feel it out.
So the pros do it.
Sure.
We'll also get into Friday's questions, Sunday's answers, and game picks.
Big week of football.
Huge.
So it's basically the playoffs for most teams.
Yes.
It starts this week.
Game picks in almost a minute. Also to end the show there. Like I said, if you're following on YouTube, thanks so much. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Hey, football season's ramping up here down the stretch. I guarantee no buddy of mine or buddy of yours that is a NFL fan will not like you sharing an NFL podcast. Yeah. That is always accepted with open arms.
Right now you're looking for, I want someone who's talking about my team. Hopefully we do, but yeah, please.
We try to talk about
tell a friend, And also today, a little bit of fantasy talk. This is a tough time for fantasy.
A little bit. We're trying to give some nugs, man. We're trying to get you to win your league. I'm getting destroyed in all my leagues, so I'm trying to help you win your league, so at least one of us is winning.
It's the time of year. There's injuries everywhere. There's bad quarterback play. You got to find the gems where you can.
Yeah.
Take some advantage of some matchups, some bye weeks.
Something kind of fun. Me and Angel playing each other this week.
Yeah, we are.
He played DK Metcalf on Thursday Night Football, which
37
had
points.
His best game of his career.
Yeah.
You know he doubled his touchdown total for the year? Piece of crap.
He did it for me. He did it for me. Thank you, DK.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, buddy. He is also yoked.
We'll get into that in a second. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music, thanks for joining us. Or wherever you get your podcast, we're on all those platforms. You can share that with a friend as well. But thank you for joining us on the audio version of Bench with the Tovar Brothers. Follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram. Search at Bench Show. We're putting up a lot of stuff, man. We're on there.
Hot and heavy.
I had a post that, honestly, I was so excited to share it about the Aaron Rodgers Win Comeback Player of the Year award. I think I've never been more excited to share a post before because I just felt so strongly that I was right. Yeah. And I felt so strongly I was introducing something into the world that wasn't really a thing yet.
Yeah, you also did it while looking like the theater thug from Drake.
I don't know what that is.
If you are born between 1990 and 1995, you know what the theater thug is.
You picked the year right after my birth.
I don't know when you were born.
I'm sure there's plenty of people born in 1989 who don't know what that is. Or 1990 who don't know what that is.
The theater thug?
1 year older than me.
Well, go look. If you want to know why, go to our TikTok or Instagram or YouTube page, and you'll find the theater thug, a.k.a. Joey Tovar.
Is it because of the beanie, the orange beanie?
It's the beanie. That's literally the only reason why.
Yeah.
I don't think you wear a lot of beanie. That's why it took me by surprise.
It's the hair. The hair pushes it off my head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the hair and then my big old head.
We
But
both
now
have.
I got these suckers holding it on, so beanie it is.
You mean we both got big heads, so
Yes. Oop.
I cannot make fun of you.
Oops.
Whoa.
Whoa. Should that be a real?
Mm.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do today. It's gonna be a good show. It's a John.
Talk about heads.
It's a John Pock show. Yeah, welcome to the show if it's your first time. Let's get an update on your Christmas shopping. How much have you gotten done?
I did the planning, so none. I did the planning for 2 people.
You know what?
I have like 18 people to buy gifts for.
I don't learn from my mistakes. I just don't. That's just who I am, I guess.
We're men.
Because I'm in the exact same pattern I was last year, where come the end of November, I'm like, Black Friday, I'm buying Christmas gifts.
It's on.
It comes. Cyber Monday comes, because I miss Black Friday inevitably. Cyber Monday comes.
Here we
okay,
go.
this is the time to make it right.
This is what
I
I get.
jump online. I buy myself a bunch of stuff.
That's how it is. That's how it is. You go to these stores on Black Friday. Like, all right, I'm gonna get this stuff for my aunt,
Hey,
for my mom,
I got some cool stuff though.
and from my, yeah. And then you're
got some
like
cool stuff.
And then you're like, I actually need some new.
Yeah.
I need some new jeans. I actually need some new Ray-Bans. I actually need a new Broncos limited edition jersey.
You know what I'm excited about that I bought for myself? I bought myself a ton of underwear.
You know what? As a dude,
Yep.
I know sometimes those go. Of all the fashion items in a man's wardrobe,
Oh, yeah.
those are the last to get renewed.
Yeah, I wore some underwear lately that were they look like someone you literally held them up to a shotgun.
It's a spider web.
just a spider web hanging on by threads.
Got half a cheek and like
Yeah.
a quarter of a ball hanging.
Oh,
out.
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I felt like such an adult today throwing away my old underwear, knowing I have some fresh ones coming in.
Not like fresh underwear.
I thought to just
Yeah.
I made it now.
Every guy in America-
34, and I'm buying new underwear.
If you're in your 20s,
Hell
you
yeah.
still have your underwear from when you're in your teens. I don't care what you say.
Okay, that was the other thing.
Yes.
I was trying to remember when I bought because I only have all my underwear not the same, but like I only have like 3 sets.
Yep.
Because they're the same sets that I bought.
You have
I bought them all when I got married and moved. That's 4 years ago.
Like 2 Hanes and then 1 boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little crazy and bought that Target brand.
Good
the
fella.
Fox. No, the Fox and the Thief or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're off track there. Let's get into a little game recap. Seahawks, Cowboys. That's the news song. That's not the game recap song, but we're gonna go with it.
Still vibe with it.
Seahawks were in Dallas and playing the Dallas Cowboys, and Dak is smoking hot. Oh gosh,
He played.
you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
As a football man, Dak is playing well, is what I mean to say.
Either way, he's a good looking
Hey,
dude.
listen, he's a good-looking guy.
He's a good looking guy.
Is it?
What?
Are we gonna go there? Yeah, let's do it. It's fine to call a guy smoking hot.
Look, if I saw like Brad Pitt, I'm like, dude, you're smoking hot.
You're a smoking hot guy.
Yeah. But I don't want to. Let's
I don't
not
make it a regular thing.
I don't want to live on this topic.
Yeah, let's touch it, and then let's move on. 41-35, the Cowboys win. They not advance. They bring their record to 9-3.
Seahawks fall to 6-6.
6-6, which is the same as the Bills. Gosh, these Seahawks, we haven't talked about it much, but they've been a little bit of that don't beat good teams bug as well.
They also got off to a hot start, and then they kind of figured out what they did
yeah.
well. Also, Kenneth Walker should get this thing down because they could not run the ball at all today.
19 carries, 60 yards for Sharp.
They needed to run the ball, and they had a 4th and 1 that they didn't convert running the ball. I had a couple.
I don't know if I'm with you. I think it was tough running. 19 for 60 is definitely not an impressive stat line. But once Charbonnet left and they really had no running game,
Yeah.
that was rough. But it's hard to fault a team that put up 35 points offensively. The defense is the disappointment of this team.
Yeah.
Giving up 41 to Dak.
It was disappointing. They couldn't stop the ball in any way.
No.
Passing,
Just
running.
up and down the field, the Cowboys.
You third downs, you weren't scared that like as a Cowboy fan, you were like, oh, we're gonna get it because we've gotten it all night.
Yeah.
They targeted Jamal Adams as they should have.
He got exposed a couple times.
Witherspoon was up and down. He missed some tackles too.
Yep.
Woolen had an up and down game.
I feel like Woolen and Witherspoon were rookies and second year guys.
No one
tonight.
had a great game.
Like they had some flashes, but they were going up against CeeDee Lamb, who was just on one.
He had like
12 catches, yeah.
They all had the whole defense. No one had a good game. Obviously, they gave up 42 points or whatever, but it was bad showing for the defense for Seattle.
Bad showing for both sides. The Cowboys defense gave 35 to Geno, Metcalf, a Kenny Walker-less offense, an offensive line that's still figuring some things out. I think they just got Abraham Lucas back, their tackle.
Yeah.
35 to the Seahawks is not good.
Not good for a team without their starting running back and a quarterback who's not really a gunslinger.
Yeah.
More of a game manager-ish guy.
Absolutely.
Also, I'll just say it before you say it. Bland got exposed.
Yeah, they were targeting him. Let me say this real quick. Seahawks in their last 3 games, 16 points, 13 points, and tonight 35 points.
Yeah.
So they scored as much tonight as they had in their 2 games prior.
Yeah. So the defensive thing where their gun defense kind of got kicked out today. Maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe. We'll see next week when they play the Eagles. But I guarantee you,
absolutely.
If you don't think teams saw on film, Gilmore's good, don't go there.
Yeah.
Where's Bland?
Yeah.
Because he got picked on by JSN and by DK and by Lockett. Lockett missed a crossing route. That would have been a big gain. That was right on Bland. He got exposed. He had a pick too, which he's up and down.
It's interesting that he just struggled with different attributes of each of them. He struggled against Metcalf's size.
Because he's
absolutely. Yeah. Guess what? A.J. Brown's a big man.
Yeah.
He struggled against Lockett's route running. Like Lockett was elite
JSN
route
too,
running.
yeah.
And JSN's like a kind of good in between.
Yeah.
And that stuff's coming up too. So yeah, you kind of worry a little bit. Like turnovers are you never don't judge a player or a defense really by turnovers because they come and they go. Like great defenses, I'm sure if we looked it up, not all great defenses are causing turnovers. Like a lot of just good defense are just good discipline 3 and out type defenses. And so this happened with Trayvon Diggs, if you remember, when he came on the scene, had a bunch of picks, and they got exposed a little bit, and we kind of learned, okay, he's going to cause some turnovers, which is great, which is an elite trait. I'm not downing that at all.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. But it doesn't always give the whole picture of what you are as a cover corner. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he, for as talented as he is, he still's got stuff to work on.
Yeah.
Not great in solo ISO man coverage because he's not the biggest guy.
Yeah.
Great ball skills. That his pick was just because he read the route better than Lockett did, and he read it, and he didn't, and Geno Smith didn't.
Threw it behind and late.
Like you can't throw behind and late, and if the cornerback is running a better route than your wide receiver, probably don't throw it.
Yeah. Metcalf. Let's talk Metcalf.
He went off.
Metcalf, 6 catches, 134 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Him and Lamb were so fun to watch.
They were just trading.
It was just
trading
fun.
blows. They're great.
That's what you want to see. You want to see these 2 stars, like after the game, they exchange jerseys and everything.
Yeah.
2 stars let's just top each other. Let's just see.
Yeah.
It was just great. Lamb, they couldn't guard him, and Metcalf, they couldn't guard him.
Metcalf was incredible. That first touchdown he had, the slant, Deron Bland, just struggled with his size. He just got walled off by that massive frame and then couldn't make the tackle. And once Metcalf had a little room, he took off. I don't know if you saw this, but top speed of 22.23. That is the fastest recorded speed of a player this season.
He's T.O. That's kind of what his comp is, but so was...
I don't know what T.O. was ever clocked at.
But
22 miles an hour.
You know how many fast guys are in the NFL? You know how many times Tyreek Hill was in the open field trying to turn the burners?
Okay, so that's the guy who held it before. He went 22 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So he went like half a mile faster.
Yeah, see these guys race.
Yeah, big deal. The thing is, Tyreek Hill is 5'10", 190. DK Metcalf is 6'4", 240.
Yeah, all of 240.
What? These poor safeties. What do you do when DK Metcalf, Bussin' with the Boys, their podcast, they posted this. They put a picture of DK Metcalf on that play, just running full speed. Just muscles where, like, I don't even have places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't recognize that muscle. I don't even have that place on my body.
Yeah, I don't know. You formed new muscles because you're a freak.
Yeah, your body ran out of places to put new muscles.
I'll just put it
here.
here.
Well, we'll make an extra bicep.
Yeah.
They put that and they said, what do you do if this guy's running at you at 22 miles an hour? It's not right.
He's phenomenal to watch. I wish he had. I wish Geno was like more like this every game, like just a gunslinger kind of guy.
Yeah.
If he had an elite quarterback, this guy would have similar numbers to A.J. Brown, who's one of the best pilots in the league.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn, what was the point? I was gonna say something. I totally
that
forgot.
my point was right, I think.
Yeah, you had a great point, and I guess that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. But either way, great game. I want all Thursday night games to be like this. Just make them shootouts. Next week's. We'll talk about next week. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah, different kind of matchup there. But yeah, it's coming. I can't remember what I was going to say. But anyway, Thursday night football was fun. It was a fun game to watch.
Big win for the Cowboys.
Seahawks now at 6-6. They're in trouble.
Yep.
Cowboys at 9-3. If the Eagles lose to the Niners, hope they don't. But if they do, they could. The Niners are very good. Mm-hmm. Then the Eagles and the Cowboys play, and that's for Cowboys for a share of not only the division but first place in the NFC.
That's
so huge games coming up.
Cowboys, for as much as we don't believe in them, great win tonight. They got to feel pretty good.
So this is their first win against a team over 500.
Yeah.
Which is funny because this team is now 500. So.
Yeah. Well, they made it,
but they got it.
Yeah.
They got it. Monkey off their back, kind of.
Yeah.
How much confidence does this win give you in the Cowboys
a little
as a
more.
Super Bowl contender?
A little more, but not. They still were.
It's 41-35.
They still were almost a conversion away from losing to the.
There's a couple of times I thought Seahawks were going to win this game.
Yeah. I hate Mike McCarthy going for it on 4th down when they're trying to kill clock with less than 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Giving the Seahawks a minute 40 to go down the field.
Yeah.
Dak's playing great, but the defense got exposed.
Right. That is our Thursday Night Football recap. Let's get into the news and play the same song.
Sure.
The news is brought to you by 818 Brewing. If you're in the LA area, we have the perfect spot for you and your crew to watch the next game. 818 Brewing has the perfect tasting room to get together with your buddies, grab a drink, and enjoy the game. Stop by 818 Brewing on DeSoto, 8953 in Canoga Park. See you there. What's up?
Enjoy responsibly.
Enjoy responsibly.
Yes.
We're going to be there soon at 818. We're actually even, I'll say it, yeah. Might be a little live show happening there. A little live recording.
That makes me nervous.
Does it?
Yeah. I think personally it makes me nervous.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I think this is going to happen when it happens. It's going to happen soon.
Yeah.
It's going to happen this season.
Yeah.
I think this is what's going to happen with you. You're going to be incredibly nervous. You're going to be a wreck.
I'm just going to get drunk.
I'm not. No.
Or buzzed.
No, don't do that.
Oh.
That's not going to make it any easier.
Now we've been very nervous.
You're going to be very nervous. And then it's going to start, and you're going to realize, oh, I've done this at least 60 times.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk football.
Thank you for talking me through this. This is helpful.
I got you, man. Host, therapist. Let's get into the news here, and we're going to start with. Well, I'm not very excited. It's a serious topic. I'm not very excited to share it. Von Miller. We'll start Von Miller.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I know. This sucks.
Arrest warrant was issued for Von Miller for allegedly assaulting his pregnant wife. He then turned himself in. He's now in that whole process, okay? Here's what I'll say before I'll give it to you in a second. Here's what I'll say. We don't know what happened. If it did happen, obviously it's terrible, and I hope justice is served, all that. But I do just want to let it play out. I don't know anything. We're not a investigative podcast.
We learn everything. Well, you guys learn off Twitter,
Yeah. You know. So the process will play out. Let's talk the football side of it. Not to be insensitive, but that's what we are. So we're going to talk the football side of it. Unless you have anything else to share about that.
No, just really, if it is guilty, there's no excuse. And
100%.
Look, I'm a big Vaughn fan.
Yeah.
If this turns out to be true, I don't want to see him anymore this season.
Ugh.
I don't want to see his face anywhere.
Yeah.
A pregnant girlfriend.
Yeah.
Nothing lower than that.
So we'll watch with the rest of you to see how that turns out legally. Let's talk about the football side of it. Von Miller, someone who the Bills have been counting on for the last couple of years, and he hasn't come through. Now he's gone. He's not going to be playing.
I think this might be a bust signing for them.
I think it is.
Last year was hurt.
Yeah.
This year, not the same, come back off injury, and now this.
He got a monster contract.
That means 2 years without any production from this guy who you thought would take you over the edge on defense.
Yeah. Even when he's been playing this year, he has been very good.
Time just caught up to him like it does every great pass rusher.
So they're relying on Leonard Floyd and then guys like Greg Rousseau.
And they have
interior.
AJ Epinesa.
Yeah.
Floyd. Yeah.
Those guys are good, but you'd hope for more.
Yeah. This is a big case, especially since the Bills just won, or they lost to the Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah.
But still, they've a different vibe since the firing of Dorsey.
Right.
But this sucks. This sucks for the Bills, for Bills fans, for the Bills team. They must be
rough year for the Bills.
Yeah, this it just screams like it's time to just reboot. Just reboot it.
In that vein, sources tell by Tim Graham. Don't know who that is. We're just gonna assume he knows what he's talking about.
What's up, Tim?
Tim, friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, Tim.
The Bills will not fire coach Sean McDermott after this season.
Well, never mind.
From the report, asked if there's any chance Pegula, didn't know that was the owner's name, but that's
Pegula.
his name. Pegula. If he would fire McDermott, two sources replied, 0 chance. There's other two sources that would say they would be shocked if he made such a move. All 4 sources have intimate knowledge of the Pegula McDermott relationship. So apparently that's a pretty good bond, and his job is safe. I know you're not crazy about that.
Not crazy about it.
But yeah,
just comfortability. I don't know.
Is what it is.
Is what it is. I'm not. I think they should have a little reboot. Just a new voice. Keep the team's fine. To get a new voice. Maybe that's it. But I don't know. Maybe something happens this offseason.
There's gonna be some change. I think the biggest change is gonna happen this offseason. I don't know if Stephon Diggs is back.
And Gabe Davis is a free agent.
So they might have a whole new receiver core.
Yeah.
And
we'll see. I don't know.
Defensively, we'll see what they do with that. But moving on here, this is hilarious. The broadcast that aired. Sorry, I'll say it this way. They aired tonight a advertisement for the Patriots versus Steelers primetime game, I believe.
Next Thursday
Night Football. And on the cover, usually it's the two best players, the two star players.
Yeah.
They had TJ Watt.
Stud,
stallion, dog.
Very handsome
man.
Yeah.
He's a hot guy.
Handsome. He's handsome.
On the other side, Bill Belichick.
Handsome.
I've never seen that before. They put TJ Watt and then they put Bill Belichick.
They really suck. If you're putting Belichick on
things
the prime
have gotten
time.
bad in Foxborough.
Do you know why you do that? It's literally marketing 101. When you go to your local market, they put the best bananas on, the best apple. They put this old man. Come see Bill Belichick coach.
The money beats?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Like, the best part of our team is our grumpy old man head coach.
He might be the most recognizable. You can't put Mac Jones. You just benched him for the second time, kind of the fourth time.
Yeah.
Who else are you going to put?
The only guy,
you put Ramondre and no one knows who that is.
The only guy people would know is Juju. Barely.
He barely plays.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, that's the only guy who would be marketable.
So they threw up Bill Belichick up there, and it's just a signal to things are getting bad. I know they're about to play a couple of primetime games in a row. They won't play 3 because something else had happened. But those primetime games put so much pressure on an organization to make a change at coach when it's a national embarrassment. I'm not sure how long Bill Belichick.
I don't know how this ends.
It's been dragged along this season.
So many conflicting reports about this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's fired or if he signed a long-term deal before this season. It happened to come after the. It's just like classic Patriots. You don't know what's happening. And you don't know what's going to. Yeah. So
wild. Your boy here, Broncos All-Pro cornerback Patrick Surtain, says he's open to playing wide receiver in the NFL. Quote: "If there were a time and an opportunity to get those offensive snaps, would definitely be there."
Hell yeah, Pat.
So you're for it. That was my question for you. You for this?
No, but I like the confidence.
I don't know if I want Patrick Surtain running over the middle with Jamal Adams.
Literally an all-pro corner who's just confident. I'm sure Deion Sanders wanted to play wide. I'm sure, Richard Sherman or... Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but don't do it. Thank you for offering.
Yeah.
But no.
It's a cool clip, but please, Peyton, do not put Patrick Surtain in the slot.
Yeah, do not do that.
Ex-Raiders general manager Dave Ziegler recently fired with Josh McDaniel. This is a funny story, and this is a story that's become very common. Did you know the other day I ran into someone who got fired from Ralph's as a bagger? And I said, what happened? And he said, you know what happened? I wanted C.J. Stroud, and they didn't let me have him. And that's why I'm fired. Dave Ziegler's doing the same thing. Dave Ziegler said he wanted to move up and draft C.J. Stroud because he believed he was a generational talent.
Shut up.
But Josh McDaniels overruled him. McDaniels was apparently hell-bent on starting veteran Jimmy Garoppolo. Dave felt it was a generational talent, and Kelly loved him. Not sure who Kelly is. Z had done his research. He knew the cost to move up to number 1 and didn't feel like paying that cost. More quotes there, but basically, Ziegler wanted Stroud, Angel, and if he would have got him, he would have had his job today.
If I would have invested in Apple stock in 1991, I would have been
Yeah.
This is just dumb.
The second time it's happened. So
Yeah.
Dave Tepper came out last week, Panthers, and gave some hints that, that a couple people in the building wanted Stroud.
But it wasn't really my choice.
Yep. Yep.
Stroud is out here causing.
He's just wrecking the league.
He's wrecking league on and off the field.
Jeez.
Ziegler, look, if you really thought that, you would have moved up. Because, do you want to know why? The Panthers thought that about Bryce Young, and they moved up. You have done the same thing. If you think you have a Peyton Manning at number 1 overall, a Tom Brady, a Joe Montana, you would move up.
Yeah, because as a GM, you have to just get to the point, because it's your job.
Yeah.
So I would literally, if I was a GM, and I know I'm not in that position, maybe I'm out of turn for saying this, but if I was a GM and I thought CJ Stroud was a generational talent and was the player that he is. I would literally fire me or draft C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, like I'm gonna die on the hill of drafting this guy.
Yeah, but you obviously didn't.
No, you didn't because you wanted an edge rusher who's not very good.
And then you literally died on the hill of Jim Garoppolo.
Yeah, well, good job, moron.
Sorry. We're kidding people today.
Take that, Dave.
Let's revisit the Patriots' misery. Why not? It's been a good start of the show.
Here we go.
The 2-9 Patriots, for the first time in the history of the National Football League,
It's a long time.
Are getting flexed out of a Monday night football game against the Chiefs. The NFL has literally never done this, but they are saying, listen, we are not putting Bill Belichick on our advertisement over my dead body.
Against the Chiefs.
Against the Chiefs. Not going to happen.
What's crazy that they flexed the Chiefs.
They flexed the Chiefs, yeah, because it's going to be a massacre.
Yeah.
Um,
You know who's behind this?
Taking him out of...
You know who's behind this?
Who?
Troy Aikman. He said, I'm going to quit if you make me call another damn blowout.
Yeah, you're right. You might be right.
That's Aikman.
The Chiefs and the Patriots are going to play on Sunday, and replacing them, Eagles are going to play another primetime game, which I'm excited for, but I'm also like, damn, dude, like we can't do this every week.
It's Lions, right?
It's the Seahawks.
That's a good game.
Eagles-Seahawks going to be a great game. Another tough game, and I think it's in Seattle. So Eagles-Seahawks, Monday night.
Always cool.
Week
By the
15.
way, we didn't say this. Seattle needs to keep their uniforms they played on Thursday
God,
night.
I'm glad you. Okay,
Those are the.
Yeah. Let's talk this.
Those are the best. Oh, Kelly Green's.
Kelly Green's my favorite. These are second.
These are so.
These are fantastic. And the Titans are my third.
Oh my God! I forgot about those. Yeah, those Oilers I'll never be seen again. Apparently.
Yeah.
The Seahawks, even the merchandise, the coaching, like
So
this
nice.
is keep this.
Yeah.
We had the Seattle, the regular uniforms. These are phenomenal.
Uniforms wise, it was a very elegant
Aesthetically
game to watch
pleasing.
tonight. Yeah. All right, we're back with the news. Let's jump right into it. After the Raiders cornerback Amik Robinson said that the Raiders are better than the Chiefs. Remember that?
Yeah.
He got called bananas for that.
Yeah.
Hunter Renfrow, he might get some bananas next week. He says the Raiders can also run the table, win 5 straight games, and make the playoffs. Renfrow said, quote, "There's nothing staying against us in winning 5 in a row and sneaking into the playoffs. Their next 5 games, Vikings, Chargers, Chiefs, Colts, Broncos."
Okay.
I asked you this. Are they going to run the table and make the playoffs?
I'll be an optimist. Broncos did it.
Okay.
I guess anything's possible in the league. I don't see it happening, but I guess anything's possible.
Here's what stood out to me. I don't know what Antonio Pierce is selling them, but they're buying it.
Yeah, that's also a big indicator of that. Like, oh, they love this head coach, and they also did not like Josh McDaniels.
No.
They did not like him.
No.
If Hunter Renfrow, who got canned by Josh McDaniels,
We haven't heard from Hunter in years.
I thought they just cut his tongue out.
I didn't know he was still in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, a couple tough games there.
Hey, listen, we don't hate the Raiders.
No.
Go Raiders. You're not winning 5 in a row. You're not getting in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
You won't.
yeah.
Aiden O'Connell will not get you there.
Yeah.
In the AFC.
I like the confidence. I like the belief in your team. This is what you do if you're a leader on that team. You say, no, we could beat anyone. But I don't really think you could do that.
Oh, maybe that's what he's doing.
Huh?
Hunter Renfrow singing. Next year, I'm gonna start my candidacy for captain.
Yeah.
Boom.
He should be. He's a good player that's not used.
Solved it. Ex-Eagles tight end Zach Ertz was released, and report from Bleacher Report is saying the Ravens and Eagles are teams to keep an eye on to sign the veteran tight end Zach Ertz. I would love to see him back in the Eagles.
So with the Ravens, and a lot of teams could use this guy. A pair of soft hands. Whoa. Pair of soft hands. Veteran has been there before. Good locker room presence.
Yeah.
It's a win for any even like
Healthy. He's been sitting out for a couple months.
Any
He's fresh.
playoff team. Like, I think he'll have a nice market of teams to choose from.
I hope so. He was a big deal when he left. There was a lot of tears and there's a lot of all that.
For the Eagles.
No, for Zach Ertz. He literally cried through his exit interview.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
That'd be cool if he came back.
It'd be awesome if he came back. It'd be weird to see him in another uniform, but we see him in the Cardinals. And he might say, "Listen, I made my exit, and I exited. I'm done there." So he might literally go to the Ravens or whatever.
Selfishly, I want him on Denver. We don't have a tight end.
He could be very useful.
Yeah.
Moving on here. Barring a miracle, you're gonna like this one. Barring a miracle, miracles in quotes. Jordan Schultz reports that Chargers coach Brandon Staley will be fired. Staley currently, quote, has the hottest seat in the NFL.
Okay, I sound like a real negative.
You hate him.
Nancy here. I hope he finds a job after this. He's a good coordinator. He's proven that. I just don't think he's a good head coach. for this team. I think this is needed.
Yeah, I can see him get another shot.
This team is so talented. It's a very good quarterback. It has won nothing with that. So first one to go, you don't get rid of your quarterback. Well, it's tough to get.
And I tell you what, I hope you like Coach Carousel talk because
we're
going to be talking coaches.
We love it.
Yeah, we love it, and it's also going to be the story of the offseason.
We're going to speculate wildly.
It's going to be the story of the offseason. In that vein, the Bears have already had reportedly conversations about possibly hiring Michigan coach and former Chicago Bear Jim Harbaugh per Dana Rossini. I love this.
Come back to the league, please.
The Bears.
You've cheated all throughout your college career. That's messed up. And whether you did it or not, whatever.
Yeah.
Just say, if Michigan wins the whole thing this year, leave. If they lose, leave. Come to the Bears. You have fields.
Awesome fit.
You have more. You have weapons there. You have a defense there.
Yeah.
Please
come
back.
2 top 5 picks.
This guy went to the Super Bowl.
It's the best place for him to go.
Yeah, I am all for it coming back.
This has to be a direct punch in the nuts to Eberflus.
Sorry, Eberflus. Thanks for the 13 to 9 win over the Vikings, but your ass is going to be on a staff somewhere else.
Yeah, he's an ex-Bear, which is awesome. He's just a classic Harbaugh coach.
Yeah,
he's a Harbaugh.
Yeah,
and to be on a organization like that with a history, it'd be such an awesome fit.
It would be. Yeah, he would get a deal. He would get a bag too. He would get a bag.
He would get a bag. He would get say.
I wonder if they would keep GM Ryan Pace though. That's what I would kind of wonder.
It'd be very interesting.
I know he had problems with
Poles.
Ryan Pace.
Is it Pace? That was Ryan Poles.
Ryan Poles. You're right. Who's Ryan Pace? Whatever.
Orlando Pace.
I know he had a problem with a little bit of a relationship with his last GM.
Yeah.
With the Niners. So I wonder if he's going to learn his lesson.
I don't know if Pace can stay. Poles.
Harbaugh.
See, you doing it to me now.
My bad. Harbaugh is a alpha.
He's not. Yeah.
He's the boss. Absolutely. He's not the star though. He's very much about the team.
Here's why I'm okay with it. It worked.
It worked. The Niners team was total booty before he got there, and then when they got there, they were in every big game.
Oh yeah.
That Saints 49ers game. What year was that?
Saints 49ers.
The AFC Championship game. It was the best football game I've ever seen in my life.
Saints 49ers would have not played in a championship
game.
It
was a long time ago. It was Sean Payton and Drew Brees. And
You're right.
But either way, Harbaugh should be back. I'm all for this. Please come back.
Please come back. If there's a petition for this, send it to us. We'll sign it immediately and pass it on to the next couple people. I wanted to give you a quick update because I know you're a big fan of the USFL and the XFL.
Oh yeah, love it.
They have merged. Did you know that?
Yep,
they have merged.
They're making a baby,
and they are set. Yep. What's it called?
Love making.
Nope. That's not. It's not what I'm asking.
Sex.
It's not what I'm asking. And the USFL and the XFL are not having sex. They are merging. God, what's their? Are they calling it the USFL and XFL? What's the name of their league?
Just put it.
Is it just The Rock? Is it just Dwayne?
Just put
Dwayne League.
XFL Plus.
Yeah. Anyways, they're set to kick off March 30th. You pumped? You gonna watch?
I will watch. I know my boy Chad Kelly's in that league. I know my boy Paxton Lynch is in the
Last Chance U, Chad Kelly.
And Paxton Lynch. These are all former Bronco quarterbacks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not great for the legacy of Bronco quarterbacks.
Great. Shout out to John Elway's drafting process. He could not draft his quarterback.
Okay, a couple more things here. We have literally 30 minutes of news. Kicker Young Ho Koo. One of my favorite players in the NFL.
Absolute dog. And
head barely fits in his helmet. I love it.
He's a little guy, but he plays like a grown-ass.
He's a baller. He has passed Ravens legend Justin Tucker as the NFL's all-time leader in field goal percentage. Here's why I'm most excited about it. We don't have to just hear announcers talk about Justin Tucker on and on and on and on and on. Yep. He's been passed. He's not that guy anymore.
Tell you what.
He's an awesome kicker still, obviously.
Shout out to the Chargers who cut him. They had him as a rookie, and they cut him. And now the Falcons have the best kicker, one of the best kickers in the whole NFL. You know how valuable that is to like a team?
Huge.
You get within 50 yards, we're getting points out of this.
Yeah, next year when Justin Fields is on that team, and they need a kick to
because Fields can't win. Yep, you're right.
False.
Yeah.
They're gonna send Koo out there.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be
Koo time, baby.
He's gonna be Koo as a cucumber.
Yep. There's a pun there somewhere.
Yep. I think I just got it.
Yep.
Moving on here because we are spending a lot of time on this. After firing Frank Reich, the Panthers are expected to have interest in offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, Ben Johnson.
Don't go there, Ben.
Here's why he's not going to go there.
It's a trap.
I didn't know about this. Ready? Ben Johnson previously declined a second interview this past offseason with the Lions. Sorry, with the Panthers.
Yeah. Hey, David Tepper, you're a weirdo. I don't want to.
Yeah. He met with them once and said, "Don't need a second interview."
You know what? I don't like you.
I don't need a second look at that.
Yeah.
Dave Tepper. Speaking of Tepper, let's get into him real quick. Last one here. Tepper is a notoriously interfering owner. Okay, down to play calling. Did you see this?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay. One time, he handed his offensive coordinator a piece of paper with the play on it midweek and said he'd seen Cleveland run that play and he wanted them to run it on Sunday.
It's literally, it's 4 verticals. This is my play in Madden. Run this play. I won a Super Bowl.
That is incredible.
Yeah, it's bad. That's bad. And
that's incredible.
The more this comes out, the more stories like this come out, the more ex-coaches say, ex-players say, no one's going to want to coach for you, man. You can't have such a short temper and such a power trip. Or such a power, like you want all the power in every. You can't do that. You can't do that. It doesn't work.
Hey, he's a patient guy. In fact, in his business, people don't leave him.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
It's crazy that he just believes that, and it's not okay. I don't like it, and it's going to cost Bryce Young a lot of games.
Well, these guys get so. We have to remember, these guys they didn't become rich being NFL owners.
No, they
became rich somewhere else where they are the man.
The man.
They're also millionaires and billionaires. No, these are billionaires.
They're billionaires. With a B, capital.
So no one around them, not very many people around them, are shooting it straight to them.
Yep.
Look at Jim Irsay.
A lot of yes men.
Look at Jim Irsay. He believes some wild stuff, probably because no one tells him anything.
Yep.
And that's what I feel like Dave Tepper is.
Yeah, Tepper has a nice group of interns that just say, yeah, you know what, Dave? You know what? You're right, Dave. Reich sucks.
That's a great play.
Hey, dude, go tell the coach. This is your team.
He needs to see that play.
Yeah, because you're a genius. Yeah, that's what they tell him.
I want to play one more thing for you. This is Cam Newton. Okay, this is a clip. And let's not pretend. Let's not BS people. You sent me this clip.
Yeah, I did.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Cam Newton explains his Super Bowl experience playing the
Denver Broncos.
Here we go.
The NFL is not rigged. Let's just put it like that. I don't think. If we would have played Denver week 10, that Cam would have beat the fuck out of them.
Oof.
But that Cam didn't play that day.
Unfortunately.
You see what I'm saying? I felt tired. I was overwhelmed. I felt it was just a lot that I just was like, bro, I can't wait for this shit to be over with. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a long season, bro. And then, boom, that season ended in February. Bro, OTAs start damn near March. Mm-hmm. And I kept looking at myself, like, bro, this shit fun, but damn, I'm ready to go. Like, what time is this movie over with? You know what I'm saying?
That is Cam Newton, who was just months ago begging for a chance to play in the NFL, saying that owners didn't want to give him a chance, saying that he was better than half the quarterbacks who were starting the league. And this man said, man, I was tired.
Complaining about being in the Super Bowl is the wildest shit I've ever heard.
Too tiring.
This shit is long. It's tiring. You realize you went against old man Peyton Manning, who was more tired than you, more hurt than you, and was terrible in the last year. And that is the most disrespectful thing to the game of football that he just did.
There isn't a single Panthers or Patriots fan listening to the show anymore. No. They've all turned it off.
Yeah. It's a disgrace that he said that.
It's embarrassing.
I understand being honest and being truthful and speaking what you believe is your reality. But remember, that game it wasn't just for Cam Newton. There was Luke Kuechly. There was Thomas Davis. There was other players on that team who wanted to win a Super Bowl, and if they knew that their quarterback had that mindset, would you follow that?
No.
And do you wonder why they lost? Is there a big secret why they lost?
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
That's exactly true. God, this makes me so mad. And if we played Week 10,
shut up.
What are you talking about?
Shut
the fuck up.
Whoa. We made it so long without doing that. There up. You are. You're really pumped up about this.
Because it's against the Broncos. I'm like, bro, first of all, we kicked your ass. We bullied you the whole game. We sacked you a bunch of times, and you got punked. Wow, you got bullied.
Is really
when the bully gets bullied, it shakes him. And he still hasn't gotten over it.
Yeah, I like
if
it.
we played week 10, dude.
Cook Ange.
Hey, it's like me saying to you, like,
Let it all out.
okay, I'm done.
Let it all out.
It pissed me off because he was just complaining about not having a job. Now he says this.
Very
you
true.
wonder why people don't want to sign you because you do shit like this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cam Newton.
Let's do one more thing before we. I think you're done now, Cam Newton. I think that was the final.
That
straw.
was your retirement speech.
I honestly think Kaepernick has a better shot at a job.
Yeah.
And he's not coming back either.
No.
Let's get back into some news here, just so you don't flip the set. There was an anonymous NFL player poll taken.
Nice.
Okay? A couple people won some awards anonymously from players. So some hard truth here. Ready? Who you believe the NFL as a whole thinks the best player is? Overall best player.
Mahomes.
Yeah, it's Mahomes.
Yeah.
Who do you think the biggest trash talker is as voted by players?
Well, I know this one.
CJ Gardner-Johnson.
He is pretty good at it.
He was really good.
Yeah.
Who do you think the most annoying fan base is as voted by players?
New York's pretty bad. Philly's pretty bad.
It's Philly. Philadelphia Eagles
Oh,
voted as the most annoying.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. If you're an
Yeah.
opposing, you just get...
Yeah, Philly, yeah.
You're going to know this one. Who do you think is the coach people would most like to play for? It's talked about all the time.
Dude,
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Oh, I'm about to say DeMeco Ryans.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
Best stadium.
You got to go in the classic stadiums.
Yeah.
Um,
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead.
Kansas City,
not
yeah.
the classic.
Worst stadium.
Wherever the Raiders play.
Well, that should have been it. It's actually Giants.
Because
the Meadowlands.
Because the turf is terrible.
It's crop, yeah.
Yeah.
And people's ACLs don't survive there.
Yeah.
That's the news, I think.
Long news.
See what else comes up. But let's get into our Friday's questions, Sunday's answers.
Yes.
Where we ask questions that can only be answered on the field on Sunday. And we have a big week coming up.
Yes.
Some big games. Let's get it started with your first question.
Yeah, I got a question for Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Is this Jordan Love's prove-it game on Sunday versus the Chiefs? Okay, the last two games, Packers have been 2-0. He has 5 touchdowns to 0 picks. The Packers now are 5-6. They're winners of 3 of their last 4 games and are the 8th seed, only behind the Vikings and Seahawks with a 500 record now. He has 3 games or more with 2 or more turnovers.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been up and down. He's had turnover problems all year. He's had slow starts all year. You're not really sold on him yet. Packer fans aren't really sold on him yet. The NFL as a consensus isn't sold on this
Definitely
kid
not.
yet.
Yeah.
Come in the 8-3 Chiefs in primetime. Everyone's watching. The world's watching. The Chiefs need a win until the Packers. The Chiefs need to maintain their top spot.
Remember last time we played the Chiefs?
Last time they played the Chiefs, Jordan Love started and was thoroughly embarrassed and didn't go well. Okay.
Yeah.
This is your game, Jordan.
Yeah.
If you want to prove to the Packers fan base, to everyone, this is my team, you go beat the Chiefs in Lambeau. You beat them at home.
Yeah.
You have the Chiefs coming to you. You beat them in your house. The league knows. The league will get off your back about you being the guy. You just beat Patrick Mahomes and also put your team in a spot to make a wild card.
Yeah.
That's how you win over a fan base. You make the playoffs. Fun fact for you, by the way.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers' first 11 games.
Yeah.
17 TDs, 9 picks. Jordan Love's first 11 games, 19 touchdowns, 10 picks. And also,
Are you telling me he's better than Aaron Rodgers?
they have the same exact amount of yards through the first 11 games.
Holy crap.
2,599 yards.
Is the
Also
difference,
the same record, 5-6.
is the difference that just the team around him, you think? Or do you think?
I think social media is really not helping this kid. Because I think at the time of Aaron Rodgers, that it wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah.
And Love hasn't had great primetime games.
Yeah.
It's not really helping his case. So
Huge
this game on Sunday is it. This is it, dude. We need you to be good now.
All those eyes watching, and maybe the most important set of eyes is GM Gutekunst.
Goont.
He's already come out and said, listen, this is an audition the rest of the year.
Classic Goont.
He's come out and said it, and I honestly respect him for it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're auditioning for your job because that's how you need to be.
Yeah.
At the quarterback position, and so in that vein, all right, at home, you got the Chiefs coming to town.
Such a big game.
Let's see what happens.
They're currently 5-6. The Seahawks just lost. The Vikings just lost.
Yeah.
You can really gain some ground here. You need to win this game to keep your head above water.
Yeah.
Huge game. But
You're gonna get the best of the Chiefs too because they just lost to the Eagles.
yes.
Not good for you.
No. Ravens.
I think there's some crazy stat about Andy Reid losing 2 in a row. Like, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Ravens, Dolphins, are all vying for that number 1 spot with you. You need to win this game.
Chiefs need to win.
Yeah, because you want home field advantage. You want that first round, that first bye week.
Yeah.
This is it's just a huge game for Jordan Love's career. This is like probably his first must win.
Right.
So I can't wait. I can't wait for that game. Prime time to Sunday football.
This is the time of year where the good to middling teams who have young quarterbacks are all playing proven games.
Yep.
And my first question is the same type of thing. Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Can Brock Purdy deliver in Philly in a playoff atmosphere?
Please set this up.
This is what everyone wants to see. This is what Brock Purdy can get so many monkeys off his back. If he goes to Philly, to Lincoln Financial.
The link
With the Eagles at 10-1, and he goes in and he cooks the way he's been cooking.
He's been cooking.
He's going to answer a lot of questions. He's going to be in the MVP talk. All those good things are on the other side of a win against the Eagles on Sunday. So far, 2,800 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. First in the league in QBR, which a lot of people would say, oh, he's a game manager. No, he's also first in the league in yards per attempt.
Yes.
Brock Purdy's balling.
Big deal. Yeah.
The question with him is if everyone's not healthy, if he doesn't have a Debo, an Ayuk, Kittle, and a McCaffrey, and literally all of them, can he still hold them up? Doesn't matter this week because they're all healthy. Completely healthy O-line. Mm-hmm. Everyone's gonna play. And then an elite defense that's clicking all cylinders. There's no excuse.
No. And in order to go to the Super Bowl, this is the team you have to go through.
Road goes through Philly.
You have to go through Philadelphia.
I don't think anyone's going to catch Philly in the NFC.
No.
Because they have an easy schedule down on the rest of this after this.
After Dallas, week after this week.
Yeah. So I don't think anyone's going to catch them. So I think you're right. I think the road to the Super Bowl in the NFC is you're going to have to go to Philly and win.
And this is also good. This is also good for Purdy's mentality.
Huge.
Last time you played them, you got knocked out of the game.
Yeah.
You don't even know if you would have played well against them. It's still a mystery.
No, he definitely would have. They definitely would have won.
Oh, yeah. We heard all offseason. Oh, if we had a quarterback. Well, you didn't. You put Reddick against a backup tight end. That's what happened.
Yeah. Also, you weren't removed from the game. You were literally knocked out of the game.
Yeah,
by the pass rush.
So this is good for him. He needs to.
So is your backup.
You think this means so much to him?
Yeah,
because he probably felt he let his team down last year by getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to see what happens to Purdy.
I mean, if
Purdy can go toe to toe with Hurts.
Oh yeah.
You will not hear the end of it.
Oh yeah. He's an amazing story, Brock Purdy. He really is.
Like irrelevant, dude.
To be at the helm of this Niners offense, the last player picked in the NFL draft, all those different things, and he wins a Super Bowl eventually. He's going to be an incredible story. Since coming back from the bye, he is 830 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, completing 75% of his passes. He is cooking right now.
75 is ridiculous.
It's
number.
insane.
That's ridiculous. That's
like batting 400.
That's Madden numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Purdy in Philadelphia at the link. Can he deliver? If he can, Super Bowl favorites.
Oh yeah. If you can beat the Eagles, who are everyone's top team in the NFL, you're saying to yourself, we could beat anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
I'm an Eagles fan, but if they beat the Eagles in Philly, then I say a healthy Niners team are the Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah,
absolutely. What do you got?
That was a good one. For Friday's questions, Sunday's answers, can my Broncos keep this run going against the trending Houston Texans?
Yeah,
they're currently on a 5-game win streak. Russ is playing extremely well during this 5-game win streak. He's eight passing touchdowns to no picks. The defense playing phenomenal. 16 takeaways in these last 5 games.
Yeah,
that'll get you some wins. And then in come the Texans. Okay, they only lost last week because of a backup kicker not making a 58-yard field goal.
Right.
You should not punch yourself too hard, Texans fans or Texans. That's a decent way to go out.
That happens. Yeah.
Let me list you what Bryce Young is doing for this offense. Okay,
please do.
This is what they're top 10 in. They're top 10 in points per game, yards per game, and on third down. Now let me list you what they're top 3 in. Yards per pass, passing yards, and turnovers. AKA, C.J. Stroud is pretty freaking good. C.J. Stroud on the year, 19 touchdowns, 5
He's
picks.
Incredible, man.
And second in the league in passing yards with 3,200. Stroud coming home. Okay, he's playing Denver. Okay, Denver 5-game winning streak. This is not an easy team to beat. The Texans have almost proved themselves. We're not a pushover this year. The Broncos are
for sure, yeah.
The Broncos are vying for a playoff spot right now. The AFC is, we've talked about all year, very, very, very tough.
Yeah.
They're fighting with the same. They're fighting with Texas. They have the same records. Fighting for that 8th seed. For that 7th seed. Sorry.
6-5.
6-5. Huge game for both teams. But can the Broncos keep? Look, 5 games is hard. 6 games is even harder. And when you're playing a team like this, who's not scared, who's young, they have nothing to lose. You have everything to lose. You have to justify that Russell Wilson contract, justify that first-round pick for Sean Payton, plus a huge contract, and make everyone believe that 70-point game was a fluke.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big reason as well. But this team with the playoffs in front of them, they cannot beat the Chiefs, beat the Bills, do all you did to get to this level, and then, excuse me about the Texans, but then lose to the Texans.
Yeah.
Like you have to win this game now. You've done too much to get to this point. The Texans are they've surprised more people than the Broncos have.
Yeah.
The Texans are just one of those teams that, we see it happen every year where next year we're going to really see what they are when teams are expecting them to be really good. But the Broncos absolutely need to win this game.
No, they have 6 wins total, Texans, when we thought that was to be their whole total for the whole year. 6 wins.
That would have been, a lot of people would have taken the under on that.
Yeah, because you saw, rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, a bunch of one-year deals on defense. You don't really know. Yeah, but they're right here, and think of it. Also, them, Texans, Broncos, and Colts, all tied, 6-5 record. If you don't think this means something, these teams are this is the playoffs for all these teams.
Colts are 6-5.
Good for the Colts.
With Minshew and now Zach Moss.
Shout out to the Colts. Shout out to your former coordinator. I'm blanking on his name.
Shane Steichen.
I can't remember.
Steichen,
yeah. So Broncos, can they keep this up against the Texans? I cannot wait to see it. As a Bronco fan, I will be. I told you.
Yeah.
Like pre-show, I'm like, we have to. I'm gonna be up at 9 doing wind sprints in the front.
Wow.
Stretching. I'm gonna get my Bronco jersey on. I might take this down and wear it.
Yeah.
Shout out to DT. I'll be wearing my Santa hat. Every Bronco thing I could possibly. This is the playoffs. This is the playoffs.
It quite literally
and
is.
Sean Payton and Russell would need to keep this thing going.
Yeah. This Broncos defense might be, I think, the kryptonite for CJ Stroud. I think he's going to see a defense that's playing incredibly well. They gave it 70 points in that one game. The last 5 games, they've given up 80 combined.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Defense, yeah.
That's very good defense. Mm-hmm. Patrick Surtain is a bona fide shutdown cornerback, maybe the best in the league, in a league that has some incredible cornerback play. And he's going to take one of those receivers away. Whoever's he's lined up against, he's going to take him away. If Stroud comes in and dices up this defense, holy crap. Mm-hmm. But I like the Broncos in this game. I think they should win. I think they should be disappointed if they lose.
So we're gonna pick the games later.
Yeah,
but let's pick them later.
Oh wait, you good?
Yeah. Okay.
That's my last one here. Can the Lions 8-3 get right on defense? Listen, we know the Lions can put points up on the board. We know that Goff is cooking. We'll see what they do in the offseason, but for now, he is cooking. Amon-Ra is one of the best receivers in the league. Absolutely. He's also jocked. Properly jocked. Jameson Williams is back in town. He's contributing. Khalif Raymond, Josh Reynolds, all those guys look good behind Amon-Ra St. Brown. Sam Laporta's a dog.
A rookie tight end, dude.
Yeah, O-line is PFF, one of the best in the league. Mm-hmm. This defense.
Yikes.
Listen, you're going to learn, Detroit Lions. I know you're new here, right?
That's so disrespectful.
It's right. It's real.
But the other Lions,
you're gonna learn. You got to play a little defense. You got just a little bit. Last time we saw the Lions, they were playing the Packers on Thanksgiving Day, and they lost. They gave it 29 points, 377 yards total on defense. Jordan Love, was 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And no disrespect to the Packers, they're the youngest team in football, and you gave up that.
Youngest team in football, and they haven't been some top flight offense.
Yeah, so that's more speaks to the Lions than it does the Packers.
That's what I'm saying. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They allowed 100 yards rushing. They did not force a turnover or record a sack.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No.
It's not. You're going to get blown out against the Niners, the Eagles,
Dallas.
Yeah, for sure. Those 3 teams are going to, and you got to beat maybe two of them to reach the Super Bowl. And this defense needs to get right. They're going to play the Saints. We'll see how that goes. The Saints right now are coming off back-to-back losses. Olave hasn't practiced. Michael Thomas is out. They're going to be missing some guys. Derek Carr has not lit the world on fire. 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. The defense needs to get right this game. I don't care how many points they score. I am watching this defense.
Yeah.
Because if these Lions are going to be a thing, they're going to make some noise in the NFC playoffs, right? Because that's all everyone cares about this team now.
Yeah.
No one cares what record you finish with.
Yeah.
Okay, now next step, can you win playoff games?
With winning comes expectation.
Yep.
And you have not been meeting that. So people will stop believing, and your players might stop. You need to be able to have bounce back wins.
Yeah.
And improve in areas mid-season.
And we talked about, to that point, we talked about this too. We were both really disappointed in how unaggressive, is that a word? Non-aggressive?
Yeah.
The lack of aggression that they showed.
There you go.
At the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Like, they did nothing.
They got Donovan Peoples-Jones, who's not active, or
they got DPJ.
Good.
Nothing.
They need that.
Pass rushers were moving around. There were some linebackers out there, and they just stood pat.
Look at the effect that Chase Young has had. Look at the effect that Montez Sweat has had.
Montez Sweat has been fantastic.
I know it's interdivision, but it happened last year. You did trade with the Lions.
Vikings.
You did trade the Vikings, your own tight end.
Yeah. They should have been more aggressive, and I think it might end up costing them here.
Yeah.
All right, we're back, and we're going to do some game picks in
nearly a minute.
We'll see. We've gotten pretty close, honestly.
Yeah,
I feel good about this week.
Yeah, this week, for all the good games, there's some duds, but like every week, there's been some dud games that turn out to be pretty fun. So pretty fun week.
All right, I got the timer up.
Let's do it.
Here?
Stretching out my arms here. That helps me.
Week 13.
It's going by.
Man, it's so sad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but excited for this week.
Here we go. Week 13, game picks in almost a minute. In 3, 2. Chargers at the Patriots. Bill Belichick, the headliner.
Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers are going to win the one. 8-3 Lions, 5-6 Saints. Who you got?
Lions need this win. They will win this one.
I think Lions are going to win this one as well. Falcons, 5-6 going to the Jets.
I hate to say this, but the Falcons will win this game.
I think
Tim Boyle's still playing.
I think the Jets are going to win this game. I think that's my heart speaking.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Cardinals 2-10 going to the Steelers 7-4.
Kyler Murray upsets the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
Yep.
I got the Steelers in this one. Colts 6-5. Titans 4-7.
Titans not very good. Colts good.
Yeah, I think the Colts are going to win this one as well. Dolphins 8-3 going to the Commanders 4-8.
Dolphins win this one by a lot.
Yeah, Dolphins as well. Broncos Texans in Houston. Who you got?
Broncos.
Yeah, go Broncos.
Absolutely.
Baby.
Let's ride, baby.
1-10 Panthers visiting the 4-7 Bucks.
Panthers in that. Panthers win this one. Panthers.
That new head coach thing? Okay.
Yep.
I get the Bucks. 7-4 Browns going to the Rams 5-6.
Rams win this one.
Yeah, the Rams are going to win that one. 49ers at Eagles. Who do you have?
Because they're at home. Eagles. That's the only reason why.
It's going to be a great game. Eagles are going to win. Chiefs at the Packers. Who do you have?
Sorry, Jordan Love. I'm picking Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes is going to win this game. It's just a bad time to face them. Bengals at the Jaguars. Who you got?
Jaguars by a lot. Bengals.
Jaguars are going to win, and they're going to have some momentum here at 9-3, and that's it.
Okay.
124.
Hey.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
I thought I had more games here at the bottom.
That's called improvement.
I thought I had more games here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. We have. No, we didn't make a mistake. We're gonna say we saved it. We saved the best for last.
Yes.
Okay. And it's not what you're thinking. We didn't talk about maybe not the biggest story, but one of the biggest stories of the week. Aaron Rodgers returned to practice.
Look, I have some feelings. Can I go first, or you want to go first?
You go first, because you're scaring me.
He should not come back. What's that meme of Kamala Harris? Do not come. Do not come.
Do not come.
He should not.
And Trump, I'm going to come. I'm going to come.
Okay. The Jets aren't going to – they're going to lose this week because they still have Tim Boyle.
Dropped to 4-8.
They're going to be 3 games under 500. There's no way – 4 games. There is no way he is healthy enough to play an NFL football game.
Doctors cleared him.
What is going to happen?
Medical doctors.
When someone comes around his left side and he has to sprint to this side on. I don't get the what positive can come out of this.
I absolutely hate that you're putting this in the universe, but you might be right.
Like what? The only thing that could happen is he re-injures this or injures another part of his body because you're compensating for this injured leg.
Yeah.
And I say injured because it's not healed.
How do you know that? The medical doc. Listen, man. He's like I said this in the reel. He's beating science right now. Did you see those pictures of him? His calves look amazing.
Like calf raises, I guess.
They look amazing. His quads look fantastic.
I don't know.
I looked at his legs for a good amount of time. and I liked what I saw.
That's crazy. Is he handsome?
Is what it is. He's a very handsome man. He's hot.
Shout out to
but no, I get what you're saying.
Immunized. Immunized. There you go.
Yeah. That's why he recovered so well.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
I actually had people commenting that on the making vaccine things. God, people can't help themselves, man.
No.
They cannot help themselves. Not that we could, because we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I get what you're saying, and my heart is there too. Like, it would be so awful to see him get hurt again.
Yeah, I still want to see him get hurt.
It'd be awful. But it'd be incredible if he did.
But
he came back.
He came back just to win, to be 500, and you're still going to be out. The playoffs are tough in the AFC. We just talked about it.
He's not going to be in the playoffs. He's going to finish this season.
But
listen, man,
why?
because listen, he wants to prove this to himself. This is the biggest thing he's ever faced in his career.
That's crazy.
This is probably to him, because he's already won a Super Bowl. This is bigger than winning a Super Bowl this year. For him personally, is coming back from an Achilles. Listen, you remember our conversation when he got hurt? I said he was done. I said he's not coming back. He's not coming back next year. No way. And you were like, he's definitely coming back. He's not going out.
Next year. Next year. Hey,
yeah,
next year.
Yeah. And you said he's not going out like this.
Yeah.
He's made me a believer, man.
You know what's gonna break everyone's heart?
What? Why you're so negative about this?
I just don't want to get hurt. No, because I like
what's gonna break everyone's heart? I'm sure everyone's dying to know this.
Aaron Rodgers playing. I don't see the positive in any of this. Why come back to a team that's not gonna win the playoffs?
You don't see the positive in coming back. You just to see it. What an incredible feat. 39.
It doesn't make sense.
19 years in to come back in the same season as 11 weeks.
So you want a storyline? Is that what you want, or do you want to?
No, I want a moment in history.
Okay.
Well, I want to see another human accomplish something incredible.
If he does, and comes back and wins like 3 out of the last 4 games, right? You talked about this earlier. Okay. If he comes back in the same year he tears his Achilles, I don't want to hear anything about him not being comeback player of the year.
So that's where we're going next.
Yes.
Okay, because we posted it, and I was tempted to read the comments because people did not like us suggesting him as the comeback player of the year. Okay. I saw Rashawn Gary. I wonder what fan base was pushing him as a comeback.
Yep.
I saw, of course, DeMar Hamlin is the name. That's the name people want to
push Russell Wilson if I was
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we can come up with guys who have come back and had amazing years.
Breece Hall, Javonte Williams.
Exactly. I guess it's kind of like the MVP award, and what do you define comeback player of the year? And to me, to see a quarterback come back in the same year as an Achilles, and play again, if we're getting DeMar it for coming back a year later.
And look, that DeMar story is amazing, and we're happy he came back. He's healthy. He's playing football again. Right. That's great. But this is bigger. That's sounds in poor taste. I'm not trying to disrespect DeMar Hamlin. I'm just saying,
it's way more impactful to the NFL.
Yeah, because this is Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Fame, one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen in our lifetime.
I'll say it, and I'll be a jerk. DeMar Hamlin's not going to be in the league in a couple years. He's
Aaron
not
Rodgers
even active.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame 5 years. The day he retires, 5 years from then.
Let me ask you this. Who's in the league longer starting today? Aaron Rodgers or DeMar Hamlin?
Aaron Rodgers.
That's insane.
Aaron Rodgers has 2 years. I don't think DeMar Hamlin has 2 years.
I don't think so either.
And we're not hating on DeMar Hamlin. Yeah. We're not. It's just look at it from, take a little step back. Look, this guy came back from a freaking Achilles week 1 on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Came back the same year and played.
Yeah. The NFL, don't turn into the ESPYs. Give him an ESPY.
Yeah, give him an ESPY.
Have LeBron and Beyonce and Jay-Z up there.
And Jamie Foxx up there.
And Jamie Foxx, and give him an ESPY.
Yeah.
Do that. Okay, make the spectacle there. But Comeback Player of the Year award, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Because Comeback Players of the Year award, any award like that affects your contract, affects your legacy, affects everything about how people perceive you.
The legend of Aaron Rodgers coming back would just
he would have
So. Love it. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the show here. We're gonna do one more thing because we promised we're gonna do it. Even though the show's a little long. Thanks so much if you're still watching. It's been a trek. It's been fun. It's been a packed show.
Fun times.
We have this week. We have fantasy. I can't think of the phrase. Call your shots. We're gonna call our shot this week and every week on a couple of players who might be off your radar and most people's radar, but we think are going to deliver week-winning performances this week.
Yes.
Who you got?
I'm calling my shot. Brandon Ayuk against Philly.
I like it.
Philly has not been good against the pass.
I don't like that.
And by the way, last 3 weeks in a row, Purdy has connected with Brandon Ayuk 3 times, each one in each game.
Yeah.
He is the number 1 option, And when things get rough, when things get tough, they're going to look for Purdy immediately. Purdy and for Ayuk.
Yeah.
Okay, Purdy and Ayuk's chemistry is amazing.
Yeah.
He's got. It's so crazy how he's still underrated. He's the number one option. He scored in the last 5 weeks 10, 15, 14, 26, and 13. Philly's 32nd against the pass. On a team that's good against. You just mentioned earlier, Purdy's leading the league in freaking QBR.
Yeah.
Start Ayuk with confidence. I don't care if they're playing the Eagles. Start him with confidence this week.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think he might have a good game because the Eagles are going to be zeroing in on Deebo Samuel so hard because of all the turmoil there.
That's also true.
They're going to try to break his legs. Yeah. I'm a little concerned for Deebo Samuel.
Or some crazy Italian family who lives outside of Philadelphia is going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or he'll never make it to the
Someone
game.
get eyes on the DeVito family.
Yeah.
They seem like hitmen.
Yeah, he seems like a gun for hire.
Yeah,
especially his father.
Yeah. You get some brass knuckles, some bats.
Even though in Philly, you might not need it. You might just, some random guy would volunteer for that job.
Yeah, that's true.
But all that to say, they're going to be very focused on Deebo, and it's just such a classic NFL storyline that the other star, who maybe you're not paying as much attention to, might be the one who goes off. I like that call. My call your shot, I'm going to go with your boy, Courtland Sutton. And listen, I don't think Courtland Sutton is an elite wide receiver anymore. I don't think this is an elite offense. But I know this. The Texans can be thrown on, and he's the guy that Russell Wilson throws to.
Yes.
Less than 5 targets in a game only twice this whole season. The last 3 games, 11, 6, and 5. He's getting targets. He's getting the ball. And I think this game, not necessarily a shootout, but it'll easily get in the 20s, I think. It might touch the 30s because I think both offenses are playing really well right now. And I think Courtland Sutton, you could throw him out there, and you can get a big win down the stretch.
Yeah, and like we said last week, it will cost you nothing to get him.
Absolutely nothing.
If you're playing daily fantasy, he will be a low number.
Yep.
Wild to buy. In regular fantasy, if you need a playoff spot, you want to get sneaky, you want to get creative.
Right.
Put Courtland in your flex. See what happens.
Because I have a feeling that Derek Stingley's going to be on Judy.
Yeah.
Because Judy's kind of like the big, impressive, flashy receiver.
Yeah.
And I feel like Stingley's going to be on him because you still got to respect Judy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sutton's going to get whoever their 2 is or whoever is in the slot or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to eat this week.
Yeah. I
like it.
I agree with you totally.
All right, calling a shot. Courtland Sutton, calling your shot on
Brandon Ayuk.
I like it. Hey, that's the show for today. Thanks so much for joining us. And hope you have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Get the lights up, get the tree up, get the stockings going.
Oh, God. If you don't have your Christmas stuff up yet, please get it up.
It's time.
Yep.
Get it up.
Have a great Get It Up weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Bye.